Our first Razorback of the day is Quincy, and he's ready for your questions. We'll start here on the left side, second row.
Leo Haggerty, Amped Up Sports Draft Nation here in Tampa. Welcome to Florida.
Yes, I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
At the top of your goals, obviously, they're all team. But what individual goals do you want to meet to get to those team goals and be successful?
I was always told never settle for less than your best, so just sacks. My goal is anywhere from 12 to 15, and the tackles for loss did come with it. So that's my main goals for this year, and I just want to win.
Go to the right side, third row.
Abby Miller, the reflector from Mississippi State. As an Arkansas native, you're going into your senior season with the team you grew up around. What does this season mean to you particularly?
It means a lot. Being in my senior year, staying and taking the time out to, again, understand the game a lot more. It has prepared me for the next level. That also helped me, returning has put me in a position to where I can understand the game more and understand, how football actually works. So that's one also reason if anybody had, wanted to know that question, that's why I stayed.
Left side, third row.
Trey there from the Picture Nation. Quincy, liking the fit there. I'm looking pretty good here today. I hope you're embracing the moment. What would your message be to anybody that's doubting Arkansas right now for why things will be different this year?
Last year is last year, and anybody could win. So that's probably the biggest thing to me is anybody can lose. Each Saturday is different. We put our best foot forward.
On the aisle, third row.
Hey, Quincy, Trey Biddy, Hog Sports. I was wondering if what you could tell us about the differences between last year and this year. Maybe the main thing that's different, is it overall talent? Is it coaching? Is it culture? Something else?
It's a collective of everything. Everybody has a role, and I feel like if everybody plays their role well, we can win.
Anything different that stands out in terms of structure or how things are managed with the staff?
At this point, I feel like the biggest differences between last year and this year is we have no choice. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's get with the program or, get gone. And that's what has stood out to me the most.
Left side, second row.
Let's go to a Saturday afternoon in September in Fayetteville.
Okay.
You're standing in the tunnel. Reynolds State, it's rocking. Everybody's yelling Pig Suey. You've been there before, but do you still get goosebumps?
Oh, yeah. That moment never ends. Especially, coming through the A, you touch the rock before you come through the A and then go through the tunnel. And then everything just opens up and you just hear everybody. So it's a wholesome moment for me.
Third row in the end.
You said last year was last year. Last season, Arkansas's defense is ranked last in the SEC. What have you guys been working on to change that negative narrative that's around your defense?
Understanding our scheme, understanding each other, because the biggest thing is, I think, for a successful defense is, who you playing next to and what their weaknesses are. And if you guys can complement each other and, pick up where they may be weak, I think that's what helps a, defense, and it can showcase, a strong defense.
Third row on the aisle.
Ethan Westerman, Whole Hog Sports. Hey, Quincy, just who are some of the most influential teammates you've had during your time at Arkansas to get you to where you're going into your senior year as a leader on this team?
I'm going to give, sometimes this made me emotional because Cam Ball has always been there for me. Cam Ball, believe it or not, I used to hate Cam because he used to get on my tail a lot and he used to joke and play around, but Cam has always supported me. He believed in me, and I've had my fair share with other individuals as well. But Cam Ball has been an outstanding, brother to me. I look at him like a brother. I can call him at any time, ask him for advice. And he, he's going through the draft process right now. He's been through the draft process, and he's putting me on game of, what to expect, what questions to answer, and the list goes on and on. But Cam Ball has been the guy for me.
And being a kid from the state, getting to be in your senior year at Arkansas, what did it mean for you to get selected to come to this event and to represent the team?
I'm very honored. I'm very blessed. Like I was telling a group of individuals earlier, being from North Little Rock, I never seen myself, here. And my dad has always believed in me, and I would tell my dad my vision. And when I doubt myself, he would kind of get, mad at me because, what I'm saying, like, he asked me and he told me, like, if this what I want, I gotta learn how to believe in myself. And I just try to, you know, remain humble as I can, and, you know, not think too much of myself, because, you know, it could, you know, cause you to be boastful, bragful, and all that stuff. So I just try to stay within the median and, you know, just stay calm, cool, and collected.
Third row on the aisle, please.
Trey Biddy, Hog Sports, 24/7 Sports. Quincy, both tackles on the offensive side have been replaced, or new guys. Obviously, a very important position. A lot's been made of the quarterback situation, but you got to be protected. I'm wondering how Bryant Williams and Kavian Broussard, when you've gone up against those guys, how you feel they've performed and what are their strengths?
Those guys have worked tremendously hard, especially for the starting role. You know, Brian is a guy who's, you know, pretty big, and Kavion, he's pretty big as well, but, you know, they have two different playing styles. Kavion is quick, and Brian is patient. So going against those guys, you know, has helped me develop, you know, my eyes and, you know, what to see, how to, you know, pinpoint, you know, their weaknesses. And, you know, everything relates to Saturdays. And when you practice, you know, depending on who you're going against, you know, they can have the same playing style, but those guys have worked extremely hard to be, you know, where they are now.
Two final questions, fourth row and then second row.
Yeah, hey, Quincy, Evan Camico, News 9, Oklahoma City. One of your former teammates who you went up against day in and day out, Marion Harris, now in Norman. Just how have you seen him grow the last couple of years, and what impresses you about him?
Man, just his leadership, and again, for him understanding, you know, the game. Marion is a great guy. He's all about the team. He wants to win. And, you know, sucks he left, but me and him are great buddies. I can still call him to this day. Very smart, very intelligent, and somebody who works hard and, you know, expects, you know, high things for himself and the ceiling's house for him.
Second row.
Rip, swim, spin, bull. What's your go-to technique?
I don't know if I want to say that because they might try to use that against me, but it just depends on what they give me. Whatever they give me, I'm taking it.
Quincy, thank you very much. Very good job.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.